Welcome back to Storytime with Miss Johnson. I'm so glad you're here today. Today we're going to be reading our last book about autumn, and it is The Pumpkin Fair. This is one of my favorite books about autumn. I love it so much. So let's get started. The Pumpkin Fair by Bunting, illustrated by Eileen, Christelow. Wow, look at that. Welcome to the Pumpkin Fair. There's pumpkin bowling, a big parade, the pumpkin cake, pie, ice cream, and cookies. Most importantly, a girl and her unusual pumpkin are in for a sweet surprise that makes this a very special fair indeed. The Pumpkin Fair. For Peter, Peter, pumpkin eater with love. E.B. I'm going to the pumpkin fair. Pumpkins, pumpkins everywhere. These ones here were grown from seed. Yes, sir, yes, indeed. The biggest pumpkin ever seen, the smallest one there's ever been. The pumpkins for sale. Everybody's buying a pumpkin at the pumpkin fair. Mine's in between, hand grown by me. I got the pumpkin seed for free. It has lots of shiny dots. I call them pumpkin beauty spots. So all the little spots here on her pumpkin that she grew. The boy next door thinks he's so smart. He says each one's a pumpkin wart. I cover up my pumpkin's ears. She'll feel so awful if she hears. So he's not being very nice, the little boy. Mr. Pumpkin shakes my hand, and there's a Peter Pumpkin band. Mr. Pumpkin's shaking her hand there. The pumpkin princess has a crown of little pumpkins all glued down. You see her crown? Pumpkin bowling, roll a few. Pumpkin dear, I won't roll you. So she's gonna roll some pumpkins here, but she's not gonna roll her special pumpkin. Toss the pumpkin through the net. Oops, a pumpkin omelette. So you see here they're tossing them into the basketball net, but they just fall on the ground and break. Tug of war, just hold on tight. Tug and tug with all your might. Slipping, slipping, sliding, splash. We're in a bed of pumpkin mash. Juggle pumpkins, 1, 2, 3. If you touch mine, you're history. So she's protecting her pumpkin here when the mean boy tries to get it. And everybody's juggling. I like spitting pumpkin seeds. They're so smooth and white like little beads. He's spitting the pumpkins out, the pumpkin seeds. Pucker up and let 'em fly. Spit 'em far and spit 'em high. Pumpkin creatures in a row. How are you? Hello, hello. Mouse and pig and kitty cat. rabbit, snake, and vampire bat. Isn't that so neat? They took all those pumpkins and carrots and different pieces to make animals. There's a pumpkin cake and a pumpkin pie. Eat until you think you'll die. Pumpkin ice cream, cookies too. There's even gooey party stew. I try them all except the stew. It's icky looking, gross, P.U. So if you see here, they're having a nice meal together and with everything made from pumpkins. It's time for prizes, time for fame. I know they'll never call my name. My pumpkin isn't very big. She's not a mouse or a dog or a pig. I tell her that it's still okay. She's very special in her way. And then, how can it be? The pumpkin master's calling me. Look how surprised she is that the pumpkin master's calling her name. The best loved pumpkin at the fair. The best loved pumpkin anywhere. I get a ribbon, red and blue. My pumpkin gets a ribbon too. How did they know? How did they see the way I felt inside of me? It's growing dark, but through the night, the jack-o'-lanterns shine so bright. We all hold hands and sing a song of pumpkins round and pumpkins long, of pumpkins fat and pumpkins lean, and pumpkins somewhere in between. Good night, sleep tight, take care. See you at next year's pumpkin fair. That was The Pumpkin Fair by Eve Bunting. That was a great book, and it brings us to the end of our fall-autumn theme. And so next week, we will read books all about the moon. So like and subscribe so we can keep reading books together. Thank you so much for coming. Bye-bye.